Hi. So let's get this. Hi, Ajoke. How are you doing? Hope you had a nice Sunday. Hope you had a nice. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hi, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Hope you all had a nice Sunday. Well, because I did. So, have anyone's gone through their final project questions? And do you feel you still need clarity? Please do let me know. So I would be addressing, or I would be explaining what I expect of you for your final project presentation, because quite a couple of you came to the Slack DM and was asking for clarification. So I would clarify what I did expect of you for this final project presentation. Okay. So today, welcome everyone to week 7, section 2. And today, hi Ruti, welcome Derry. And today, what we'll be covering is your project. I'll make explanation on the presentation, like I said, and then career guidance. Hi Derry, career guidance and how to present your project. Okay. And then there will be room for questions as well. So that will be linked. The career guidance will be associated with LinkedIn. I think some people asked about LinkedIn yesterday. Okay, so welcome to today's class. My name is Emanuela, if any of you don't know yet. So learning objective for today. So the learning objective for today is to get to explain your final project as much as possible, to create clarity for those that were still asking on what is required for the presentation. And then for LinkedIn, I will be I would be showing you how to optimize your LinkedIn, how to get an entry internship or volunteering position with the skills that you currently have, so you can build on those skills. You have foundation of cloud computing skills now, but if you don't build on those skills, if you don't do project on those skills, do hands-on project on those skills, you might actually remain on the foundation level. Okay, so for you to be able to build your skills and grow career-wise, you have to, I advise you should try to get a volunteering role or an entry level role if you already have a skill that you can transition into. Like you can actually use the cloud computing to boost. Yes, that's advisable. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that as well. And then for recap, for this boot camp, what we've covered so far from week 1 up till yesterday is I have taught you on AWS core services, most of the AWS core services, which are, can you please tell me the services that we've covered in this bootcamp so far in the comment section, please? What services have we covered so far? Have you learned so far? Hi, Chema. So can you list the core services that you've learned so far in the boot camp, please? Okay, I got EC2 from Ajoke. So anyone else? Is it just EC2 that we covered? Is it just EC2 that we covered? Sorry, so sorry, Chema. So is it just EC2 that we've covered? Any other person? Ajoke said EC2. What are the services that we've covered so far? Hi, good evening. Good evening, Mary Judith. Yeah, my booty came for the rescue. So she said EC2, S3, load balancer, elastic cache, lambda, SNS. Thank you so much. This is really detailed. This is really detailed. So we have Bedrock, VPC, Lambda, EC2, DynamoDB, and RDS. Perfect. Yes. So I want to ask, aside the services that we've covered in the bootcamp, in your research when you were trying to do your assignment, yes, API. Thank you, Ruth. Did you were you able to get to know of any other AWS services apart from the one we covered in the camp, in the boot camp? Maybe doing your research, brainstorming, searching on, trying to troubleshoot. Did you encounter or did you come across any other AWS services that caught your attention and you carried out a little research on? Did you? If you did, can you put that in the comment section? So let me see what you got and if you want me to explain more. So did any of you come across any of the AWS services that you think we didn't cover in the boot camp? Because AWS have tons of services, trust me. So what we covered in the boot camp is like the majorly used ones, even if not all of the majorly used ones. So in your research, or maybe when you're trying to troubleshoot Elastic Brain, yes. Okay, so can you tell me what did you find out about it? Beanstalk. What did you find about Elastic Beanstalk? Yes, Elastic Beanstalk. What did you which part of the AWS product is Elastic Beanstalk? What is the use cases? What did you find out about it at UK? NAT gateway, yes, that's true. There's something called NAT gateway. Woods, what did you find out about NAT Gateway? Okay, so Woods have a question. I do have a question, coach. Using knowledge we have acquired so far, can we learn? Yes, Woods, you can. Can we land a proper job with that as a yes, you can. Okay, Woods, let me ask you. Now, this also depends. Are you a student? Are you or you're currently working? Woods, can you tell me? I need to know your position. So, are you a student? If yes, did you have any have you done any previous job before now? Are you currently working? If yes, what kind of job are you doing now? Okay, just answer me that question. So we have Ajoke says Elastic Bean Slack, yeah, platform as a service here, and is a serverless compute as well that lets you quickly deploy and manage web application without worrying about underlying infrastructures. Yes, that is what it is. Okay, so you simply upload your codes and AWS handle all of the serverless process for you. Yes, that is what it is. Okay, so Beanstalk is like if someone wants to deploy their application, okay, and they're thinking of going serverless, so they use Beanstalk. They use Beanstalk. It is the AWS serverless infrastructure that enables you deploy your application. You only need to just manage your codes, load your codes in the platform, but AWS manages the infrastructure. Okay, that is what it is. So let's see what it says. I am admin at an a managing agency that makes me apply for the class. Okay, so now Roots, as an admin, you can get a cloud administrative role. Yes, so you can get a cloud administrative role, and I'm going to show you that on LinkedIn. Okay, so I know you chose the career path for. I know you chose the career path for solution architects. Okay, but if you want something, I wouldn't say immediate, but something a little bit closer. Okay, because so a solution architect might it's going to take you a while. Okay, given your tech background. But if you're looking for something as close as immediate, I would advise, I'm going to write this down so that when we start the LinkedIn optimization, I will show you how you can build on your administrative strengths. Okay, so let me just write this down so I don't get to forget. Okay, so you are going to build on your administrative strengths. So there's something called cloud admin. So what a cloud admin does is you are going to be in charge of managing a company's administration, and the cloud services that cloud admin mostly use is what's it called, it's IAM manager. I talk about IAM, right? The identity manager and all of that. So that is one of the core service, cloud service that you will be managing. So cloud admins are the one in charge of managing all of a company's AWS cloud, assigning the roles to the relevant groups or individual, monitoring logs and all of that. So you can build on that. And I will try to see if we can see a cloud admin role on LinkedIn and look at the skills and requirements. Okay. So let's see. So what it says, not allow private subnetwork here that access the internet. But when you're using NAT for AWS, it's not under the free tier. So be mindful, you're going to pay for it. Okay. So when you're using NAT gateway or NAT network, you have to pay. It's not under the free tier. So be mindful of it. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe Judith, you do hear Terraform and price calculator. So Terraform, if I hope I get your question correctly. Terraform is an infrastructure as code. Okay, it is owned by HashiCorp. Okay, so what Terraform does is it's now instead, when I was teaching you, when I want to set up the any of AWS cloud infrastructure or cloud service, we use this user interface, which is called the console, AWS console. But imagine that you're working in an organization where your boss is telling you to configure 20 or even 100 S3 service on AWS. It's going to take you a lot of time, right? It's going to take you a lot of time to configure 100 services. So that is where infrastructure as code comes in. So infrastructure as code helps you to deploy services fast and also bring them down fast. Okay, so you don't get to spend money. So that is the work of infrastructure as code. It helps us to deploy AWS, Azure, GCP, any cloud infrastructure fast, and also get to delete them as well. Okay, that is what infrastructure as code is. So when you hear of price calculator is what I told Roots and any other person doing solution architecture. So price calculator, you can find it on AWS as well and other cloud platforms. So what is the function of price calculator? It doesn't give 100% price of what a customer will spend when they deploy or when they use a solution. It gives an estimate. Okay, so it helps the customer to understand this is the estimate I might be paying in a month if I get to use this infrastructure. Okay, that is what cloud calculator does. So it helps you calculate. So for instance, let's say we are deploying 5 EC2, 1 Lambda, 10 RDS. So now with this price calculator, it's going to give us an estimate of how much the customer might be paying in a month based on data storage on S3 across the S3 buckets, based on availability zone, based on API calls and all of that. So that is what cloud calculator does for us. So now when you talk about KMS, so KMS is an AWS, I think AWS key management service. Okay. So KMS is an AWS key management service. So I've forgotten what it stands for. Yes, I've forgotten what it stands for, but it has to do with access key management and all of that. Okay, so that is what the services are all about. Hope this answers you, maybe Judith. Then we have Ajoke says, I heard about well architecture. Yes, Ajoke and everyone here. You see the well architected framework. That is what I told you when we started this bootcamp. AWS well architected framework is what everyone needs to know. AWS well architected framework and any other cloud service is more like the rule, the standard that has been set by AWS for your architecture to meet before it is considered best practice. So please, AWS well architected framework is something none of you should skip. Always make reference to it. Know what it's all about. Cost optimization, effectiveness, and all of that. Security and everything. Please, okay? So, yes, so an SQS, it's a a decoupled AWS service. Okay, it's a decoupled AWS service. What it does is it helps. We have SQS types that is fan in and fan out. So when I mean decouple, it means it helps to let's say you build a solution right now. Let's say we're building a solution whereby data is going to transfer from this means or this service to this other service. So SQS will be kept in between the services. And the reason for SQS is to ensure that your platform doesn't break, and so that and your platform will be able to manage the huge amount of your inputs that is being requested by users. So now let's say you build a platform and you don't have an SQS, and you build a, let's say, a delivery application, okay, and now you don't have an SQS and you have 100 customers sending requests at the same time to your back end. It might break your application. Your backend might not be able to respond. Reason is because there is something called a runtime for every request. Every request have a runtime of how long the application or how long your compute will be able to process that request before it delivers a response. So imagine you're pouring water into an object, or you're pouring water into a cup, and the cup has not even finished delivering or taking the one that you've put in. You're putting another one. So it's like choking the system. Okay, so SQLs helps you to manage the input. So now SQLs will be in the middle of the different services. And if a user like you and I send a request to that application, and the application backend is still processing a response, that request goes to the SQS machine or service and waits there. Once the backend is done processing the current application, then it goes back to the SQS and pick another application or another request of a user and process it. So that is what SQS does. And SQS have what is called FIFO. So FIFO stands for first in, first out. So if you are building an application and you want the application to take or to respond to users based on first inputs in accordance to whose request came first, then you're going to use SQS FIFO. Okay, hope this answers your question, Achoke. Okay, so now with this being said, let's move forward. Okay, so now I have a lot of people asking of the presentation, what I expect of you. So what I expect of you for your presentation is, number one, introduction. Okay, I have given you a problem, an organization problem, a business problem to solve. Okay, so you're going to give an introduction of what you've understood about the business logic. Okay, the business problem. Okay, then now you're going to proceed to the solution that you are recommending for the customer. Okay, then you're going to proceed to the architecture diagram. Then you're going to proceed to the AWS services that you feel is going to solve that problem. Then the benefits. What is the benefit of, what will the customer gain when you solve the problem? What benefits? Okay, then now what challenges did you encounter when solving this problem? Okay, and the number 8 is the lesson you learned from solving the problem. And number 9 is the conclusion of your assessment. Please you can, okay, you don't need to take notes. You can always go back and watch the live class. Okay, so this is what I expect of you. Imabom, she asked me this thing yesterday, so this is what I expect of you. Okay, so now let's go into LinkedIn optimization. I'm going to switch. Okay, so this is my own LinkedIn. Okay, so now when you talk about LinkedIn, so when you talk about LinkedIn, so when you talk about LinkedIn, what do we all understand by LinkedIn? What do we think this platform, LinkedIn, is built for? Can I get the response in the comment section? What do you think this platform, LinkedIn, is built for? What do you think this platform is built for? Can I get a response in the comment section, please? Yes. Any other person have a different idea from Ajoke? Ajoke say LinkedIn is a professional social networking. Does any other person have a different response from Ajoke? Okay, so we have Mary Judith says LinkedIn is made for professional networking and career growth. Okay, so we have Williams Comfort says corporate community, I guess. Okay. Ajoke says it can also serve as your profile or resume also. Okay, so you all are correct. You know why I asked? Because I see so many people treat LinkedIn as a normal social media platform. A normal social media platform like TikTok and all of that. No. I like the fact you all, majority of you use the professional and all. LinkedIn is a professional community, a professional platform. Okay. So it being a professional platform, you have to treat your profile, your page as such. You can't be telling me that you are a data analyst, for instance, and I'm coming to your LinkedIn page. I'm not seeing anything that shows you're a data analyst. So how do you prove to me you're a data analyst? How do you prove to me you're a data analyst? Just like some content creators on TikTok and Instagram and all of that, they are influencers. When you go to their pages, you see them actually influencing or doing a content for a brand or something. They are putting themselves out there and showing that this is what I do. I influence for brands. You could see some others might be into comedy. When you go to their page, you see comedy content and a lot of things. So why can't you treat your LinkedIn as such? Okay, so now the first thing to look out on your LinkedIn, your, what's it called? Your banner. This is the banner. Okay, so what do we find here? What is on your banner here? This tells a lot as well about you, about what career or what you stand for. So you can't just put a random thing. I advise put something more professional and it should relate to your career path. You see my LinkedIn, I treat my LinkedIn as, like I think Ajoke said, as my resume. I have applied for certain things and they didn't ask for my resume, they asked for my LinkedIn. And trust me, my LinkedIn has made me gotten a yes for a lot of professional things. I'm not joking. My LinkedIn has made me gotten accepted for a lot of professional um writing or anything I wanted to apply for. that requires my LinkedIn. When they go to my LinkedIn, they don't even think otherwise to give me the opportunity I'm asking for. So that is why when it comes to my LinkedIn, I don't post any kind of context. Okay, it's not like you cannot cross post news and all of that. Even at that, it should be related to something professional. So first, your heading. Please, I advise your what's it called, your banner, your LinkedIn banner should be something professional, if possible relating to your profession. Okay, then the next concern I have is this: your heading. You don't know this heading. It's not just here on LinkedIn for decoration. LinkedIn kept that heading there because it serves a purpose. Do you know when you go to, okay, do you know we have a lot of recruiters on this page as well? Okay. Now, as you and I are applying for jobs, recruiters are looking for the best candidate also. This is their job, to get the best person for the organization. And it's not easy to get the best person for the organization. So as you are looking for a job, recruiter is looking for you. Okay? So how did recruiters get to know who to even approach in the first place? It's through this heading you're saying. Now, what is expected to be here are keywords that is related to your area of specialty or the kind of job you're looking to get. That is what should be here. Because now, when someone goes on LinkedIn, a recruiter goes on LinkedIn and they search pre-sales solution architect or cloud architect or developers advocate, I would be one of the people that will pop up. Do you know why? Because I use the keywords. Because I use the keywords that are always found on job adverts. These are the keywords when they are posting on job roles related to this kind of jobs. They use these keywords. They use these role names. So I advise, if you're a data analyst or any specialty, go and search for the key roles that are applicable to you. So different company use different keywords for their roles. So now you could see a company call a solution architect role. You could see another company call it solution engineer. Another could call it solution consultant, but they all have the same skills they are looking for. So please go and look out for the names. Take those keywords that is related to your career path and use them for your heading. Please don't just use any random thing. No. Please use keywords that are related to your field so that when a recruiter or someone search, they will see you. Okay? So please, so when someone is going to search for a job role, they will see you. You are going to pop up. Okay? So please. Now, the next thing I would like to talk about is this. Where is it? This. Your about page. You see this page, your about page. Okay? So your about page tells what have Emanuela done? What job has Emanuela done? Where has she contributed? And what role is she looking out for? That is what your about tells you. So your about should be a detailed detailed summary or a detailed input of I am this is what I have done, I have this experience from AYZ company. If you've led a position, please put it on it with your full chest. I have led this position, that position. I have done AYZ and this is how I did it. This is what I do in my role and all of that. And if you're opening to working, you can put below, I am opening to explore new roles on this role, that role, that role. Okay, that is what your about should be. And please, I don't want to see any, like the people I mentor, I tell them the same thing. For your heading, I don't want to see any junior whatever, trainee whatever here. No, no. Nobody cares if you're junior or not. You are, when you're looking for your job, you are going to look for junior and entry level role. But please don't put that here. Once recruiters see that junior, it's like you don't have anything to even offer. Put keywords here. I don't want any junior, just finished learning cloud. No, this is not a place for you to explain yourself. Okay? So your about page now is going to be, about things you've done, projects you've done, and what you've contributed to the company and where you're looking at going. Okay? That is what your about page is going to be. Now, before I move forward, any question? Any question before we move forward? Any question regarding this linking before we move forward? If there's a question, please tell me. Put in your question in the comment section. If there's no question, please tell me no question and I will move forward. So do we have any questions before we move forward? Okay. So no question for now. So let's move forward then. Okay. So now the next is this. You see where you have your top skills. Okay. Now you're going to put the skills you have in here when writing your about. Okay. So you're going to put your top skills in here. So top skills are what? Let's say you have skills on Excel, or you have skills on solution architect, or you have skills on DevOps skills, you have skills on technical writing, you have skills on administration. This is where you're going to, okay? This is where it's going to pop up for you. So now, for what to post, please, I advise you post your project. Even if you're posting a random thing, like you see, I think I've only posted a few random things, and these are the two. And this is more like a news on when AWS Connect launched their AI for their when Amazon Connects connected or AI to their solution. This was when I posted it, but you can never see a random thing on my page. You can never see a random thing on my page. Okay, so now your experience, you go on to put your experience. If you have a experience that you've already gotten, so you put your experience on your LinkedIn. What experience do you have currently and all of that? You put that on your LinkedIn. Your education as well, your certification, if you have any projects you've done, and that's it. Okay, so this is it for optimization. Now we're going to go for, so we're going to go now for job search. Okay, does anyone have a particular job role that you want us to use for this? Put them in the comment section. Do you have a specific job role you want us to use for this? Put them in the comment section. Do you have any job title? I think Roots, put your job title as well. Admin what? So we're going to search for it. So we have cloud security. So now what we're doing, I would show you. Okay. So we have, sorry, let me see. So we have cloud security. Okay. So what the next thing we're doing now is I would show you the so we have cloud security, we have what else? Admin, administrative. No, there's nothing like administrative solution architect. So we have admin, but it's not called that, but we're going to check. It's called, I think it's called cloud administrative, but I'm not sure. But we're going to check. So we're going to check for cloud admin. So we're going to check for cloud admin. And the next one is SOC analyst. Okay. We're going to check for SOC analyst. So this three. So let's go with this one first. So we are going to check for now. Let's see what's happened here. So let's see. Okay, so now for, sorry. My own filter will be London because I'm in London. My own filter will be London because I'm in London. So, but for you, any location you are, you can change it from here. Okay. So now we are going to check for entry. We are going to check for entry level. We're going to check for entry level. So let's see. Entry level solution. Cloud security. So we're really not getting any output for, I'm seeing 200 and but I am not seeing any output. So let's see. Now this is it. When you search for a job like this one we just put in now, you can see you're seeing 2,000 plus rows here, but you can't see major of cloud security. So that's to tell you we might be putting the wrong name that is used to search for this. Okay, so instead I've seen one cloud security architect. So maybe, and I'm seeing a lot of cloud security engineer. So this tells us we're not actually putting in the right name. Okay, so if you see something like this, you correct your search. So now we saw one which is cloud security architect. So what is required? Now let's see what is required. So now for this company is looking for a cloud security. So the skills are specialists, cloud security, data protection. This is what you'll be doing. Data protection, IT security, legal, compliance, risk, operational, and all of that. This is okay, but I don't like how they put it. Okay, I don't like how they put it. So it needs to state what makes you, or what is going to make the person a strong fit. Okay, so I think this is about the job. This about the job tells you what they expect from you, but there should be a place. There's usually a role, a place that gives more information. So this one doesn't have more of that. So let's go for, let me just put, let's just use a cloud security engineer. Okay, so we have, this is software. So we have cloud solution engineer. Cloud operation engineer. So we have one cloud security engineer here. So let's see the skills required. So now for you to, you see where they say what to do. You see where they say what you would do. That is what I always look out for. You see that thing, what you would do. Before I go on to look at the company name and all of that, I go straight to what will I be doing in this role. And the essence is because so I don't waste my time. So for you to tailor your CV is a whole lot of work. For you to tailor your CV is a whole lot of work. So you can't tailor CV and apply for roles that you know you will not be getting a call back. Me, I don't do that. I just scroll past. That's to start with. Okay. So I advise once you click on a role, just scroll to what is expected, what that company is expected for that role. And then after reading it, you ask yourself, do I have that skill? Can I go to this interview and smash it? Even if they don't, because not every interview you go and you even smash it and they call you. Interview somehow, but at least for your self-confidence, I don't go for any kind of interviews. If I know I am not, I don't have the skills, I would not go. Trust me. Because I like doing things that I know I am really, really, really capable of. So what you need to do is you go on, what would you do? Now, this particular rule says what you're going to do is, as the cloud security engineer, you are going to cloud security engineer posture own and continuously strengthen the company's AWS security. And the solutions or the AWS services that you will be needing is guard duty. Guard duty is an AWS service that helps prevent a company's platform from cyber attack. Okay, from Shield, I think something like that. There's another AWS service that is called Shield. And also you would be needing Inspector. You will be needing AWS Security Hub. AWS have something what is called Security Hub, is basically for security services. So these are the AWS services they want you to know. So only this has told us that this company operates, or their platform is running on AWS. Okay, so now you are going to say, do I have the skills? Okay, if I have the skills, fine, you go with it. If you don't have the skills, you move forward to the next one. So this is what they require and all of this ones. Now for you, for the foundation level, let's do entry. Entry level. Let's see what we get. So let's see if we get an entry level cloud. So we have a junior. I just saw something about junior, but it's not security. Okay, so entry didn't give us anything. Let's change to junior. So junior position, let's see. This is associate cloud security. Yes. So this is associate. So you can also use the word associate, okay? Because yeah, you can also use the word associate. It's used most times in place of junior or entry level. So you can use the word associate. And when you're searching for, just keep playing or just keep changing till you get, because you are going to see what you're looking for when you find the right keywords. Okay. So now let's see what this one says. Associate cloud engineer, security engineer. So let's see what is required of you. So this is what is required of you. Your key responsibility. These are all you'll be doing. Okay. And now skills that is required of you for this position. They need 3 years of experience as a cybersecurity or an IT role, which is good. I think which is good. Let's say you have an IT or a cybersecurity role and you want to transit into cloud security engineer. This is a very good one. Okay, so this is how you search for junior roles. They require for entry level skills a lot. But see, don't be discouraged. If you have see, some entry level asks for that, puts that years, but there are people with a year or two that might not be up to that year and they have the skill. I still ask you to go ahead and apply. I'm always concerned about the skill, not the year. The skills, do you have it? Can you prove that you have it? If yes, go ahead to apply. Okay, so Mary Judith, we've done yours. So that is how you need to check. So Mary Judith, when you're searching for entry roles, I advise not to just put cloud security. You and I have seen, right? There are other job platforms to search for. Mary Judith, where are you streaming from? So it depends on the country. There are other platforms to search for as well, not just LinkedIn. So tailor your like your search words to align with what is being written for that particular role so that you get the right results. So now let's do cloud admin for root and see if we get. Let's do cloud admin and see. I think that should be called cloud admin. I'm not sure. Let's see. Entry level. I think it should be called cloud admin because I've seen that role somewhere and I know someone that does that role. So this is data entry admin, specialist administration support. Cloud administrator. Okay, so let's see. So let's say cloud administrator if we find anything. Okay, so we just got one cloud and AI administrator. So let's see what they do. So for administrator Ruti, the skills are what we're looking for. This is always my favorite when searching for anything. So this tells you what they are looking for. Okay. This tells you what they are looking for. Then the background. They said you have successfully processed through the rank of first, second, and third line support. Okay, line support. Ruti, you should know what that means. If since you're in the admin, I don't know what the line support is. I know of a line support manager and all of that in IT. I don't know. So they said giving your excellence and gaps in infrastructure and IT and all of that. Okay. So basically management, and they want you to know AWS, or Azure or GCP. So you see why I say cloud is important. Even as a cloud security, they want you to know one of the cloud services. Now, even as a cloud admin, they want you to also know one, because this is what you'll be managing. Okay. Now, skills, let's see, did they list skills? What you'll be doing, this is what you'll be doing, what they want from you. This opportunity, no. Okay, so this one, there is no skills listed. So let's see. AWS, there's also something called system admin, but I think system admin is more technical. I'm going to see, let's see. So this one is for Visa. System admin, what we'll be doing. Yeah, so I think system admin is more technical. So system admin is more technical. So let's look for entry level. Okay, let me ask. Okay, so for entry level, we're going to use for cloud support engineer. Yes. This one, you're going to see tons of it. This particular one, I always say it, cloud support engineer. I always see a lot of it. So for entry role, you are going to check cloud support engineer. Oh my God, good. I'm trying to see cloud support engineer, for heaven's sake. Okay, so let me junior cloud engineer. Let's see. Let's see junior cloud engineer if we can find anything. So we have corporates. So we have junior cloud engineer. Let's see what is required. So what you'll be doing as a junior cloud engineer? No. Junior cloud engineer, you need to know this one. No, that is technical. So what the heading should be AWS administrator. Let's see. So let's see AWS administrator. I think we've seen this one before. Yeah, we've seen this one before. Okay, so let's see cloud support engineer. The skills that you need. So now for cloud support engineer, this is technical for Ruth. So because she's admin, for Ajoke, yeah, Ajoke, I can advise you, you can start off with first with cloud support engineer. Yes, Ajoke, because you're a little bit I think you're a little bit techy. So you can start with junior. Ajoke, I can advise you to start with junior cloud engineer and then go your way to DevOps. Okay, that one I can advise you for that one because I think you're a little bit techy. So now for root administrator. So let's see cloud administrator instead. So we have AWS system. Let's see. Maybe we're not getting the name right. I want us to get that name right. So this one is for get DevOps up running. No. Anything that has to do with system, it's a little bit techy. System administrator associates. No. And one funny thing is, let's leave the job search area and go to this to get. Let's see. Okay, now you can see, I can see it from here. And this is in Africa. I can see it from here, but I can't see it from the job search. Okay, so let's see what is required of you for this one. So now this one is yes. So I think, Ruti, I think you can do this one. So now what is required of them? Okay, what you've been doing as an administrator is managing the organization affairs, managing people, managing operations. It depends on the task that is given to you. Ruth, am I one correct? So now, but in the case of the cloud administrator, you will not just be managing operations or managing people, you'll be managing cloud. So now you'll be shifting from managing operation of people to cloud. Okay, that is what the cloud administrator does. So that is why I said I'm going to advise cloud admin for you, because you already have the skills, you know how to manage, but now it's just to bring in cloud with the managerial skills that you have together. Okay, so what will you be doing? They said manage cloud resources across Google Platform Console, GCP, AWS Management Console. Okay, which is very easy. Then now they say maintain users access. Remember I told you. So what you'll be doing also is to maintain users access, which is you are going to be in charge of assigning the IAM roles to the different staffs based on least privilege, based on the access that they require to work, to do their responsibility. Okay. Then now what else you'll be doing? You'll be overseeing the storage management practice. Like storage management practice is like a administration have one AWS, which is the AWS organization. So it's like they have one AWS. That one AWS now have different roles. Okay, this role is for engineer, this role is for solution architect, this branch. So you are going to be in charge of managing all those accounts. So that is what it means. Okay, so the next one says manage disaster recovery process and documentation. This is quite easy. So manage disaster recovery is if this platform goes down, what is the plan A that we have available to still get our business up and running? That is disaster recovery. Okay, so now manage infrastructure as a code platform. So these are things that you can do, trust me. And what are they looking for? This is what they are looking for: strong experience with cloud platform, any cloud platform. They did not even specify. They say hands-on on Google platform, AWS or GCP. So which is quite easy routes. So I think this cloud admin, it should be one of the key heading that should be on your LinkedIn if you have a LinkedIn. Okay, so now let's go back to see the next one. So we have this one, cloud operation administrator. Let's see what it does. So this is a 6 months contract, can be extended. I think this might be a little bit techy. They didn't really list what is expected properly. Okay, Ruth. So just put down that one. I think the major role you should be looking for is cloud administrator. So Ruth, that should be for you. Cloud administrator. That should be the major role you're looking for. Okay. So now, which other person? I have SOC analyst. So SOC analyst, let's see. So all of you, what you'll be looking at is, even if you were previously doing this in your other job, okay, you should start from entry or junior level. So with the previous experience you have, you are going to now bring the cloud experience and make a strong match. Okay, Then now, let's see this one. Let's see if we can find this one from here. So let's see. Is this the job? Yes. SOC analyst. So let's see. So we have this SOC analyst here, but this is for AI trainers. So the skill, the qualification is 2 years of hands-on in cybersecurity, which is not bad if you've previously been doing security. Then such a penetration testing, red incident response, detection engineering, malware analysis, threats in incidents, and all of that. If you've already done the stacks, I think this is a good start for you. Okay, so this one says they need certification for this and this and this. So most times the certification shouldn't scare you. If you prove to them that you can do the job, you have the skills, you can go ahead to apply. Okay. So for SOC analysts, I think, yeah, you can start from the junior. Okay. I don't know who asked this particular question, but SOC analyst, you can start from the junior. And we'll have another one here. Let's see what this one is asking you for. So this one says requirements: a strong experience in SOC operations, incident response and threat detection, hands-on experience with Flag Enterprise. Yes, I know Flag Enterprise is for security, cloud, including SPL and security monitoring. So if you know you've done all of this and you have the skills, then you can go ahead to apply. Okay. Then the last but not the least, I think this is for data. This is for your welcome route. So the last and not the least, I think this is for DevOps engineer or cloud. Yes, Ajoke, that is for you. So Ajoke, I think yours you have a lot of different roles because it's really in high demand. Okay, so for you, this for you, DevOps or cloud engineer role. You can start from junior cloud engineer. Sorry, this is not the search engine. It is. So you can start from Ajoke. For you, it is so much. Trust me, the opportunities is so much. You have a whole lot. There's a whole lot because DevOps are really in high demand, but you need to get the skills right. You need to do the right project. So you can start from DevOps engineering. Trust me, DevOps engineering, the year is not there. There's a lot of junior entry positions, but it's the year is not that much really a concern. If you can do a real DevOps project, prove to them that you can solve DevOps problem, you're good to go. Okay, so now you have AWS skill. If you want to pursue a Azure skill or a GCP skill, now you know the foundation of cloud, you know what to expect. Okay, so another one you can look for Ajoke is so platform engineers. What they do is platform engineers are the people that set up the AWS or the cloud infrastructure for engineers to build on. Okay, so I don't know, Ajoke, which area, what is really your passion? Do you like building, or do you like setting up infrastructures, or which other one? Do you like building? Do you like setting up infrastructures? Which one do you like most? But trust me, all of these skills, you can explore all of these skills and see the one that gives you a chance, a foot at the door first. Okay, that is what it is. You can explore all of this and see the one that gives you a foot at the door. Okay. um so I have in SOC, they have so SOC Alliance do not do all of the things. It depends on the company. Yes, It depends. See, the job role always depends on the company. Yeah, if you want to look for internships, to be sincere with you, for internships, it's difficult to find internship on LinkedIn. I'm giving you platforms to find internship and volunteering. That is next week. But internships on LinkedIn is difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. For LinkedIn, junior positions and normal professional positions. For internship, I think I have about 4 to 5 platforms I'm going to give you tomorrow. Sorry, next week. And that platforms you can find volunteerings, which means this might be startups that want you to work on projects, but you'll not be paid, just to build your skills and help them. Okay, now you're going to look for volunteering that aligns with your own skill. Then you can look for, I think I stumbled on a site where you can practice like you're already working, but you're not working. It's like a scenario kind of job platform. Let's say, for instance, you're a DevOps engineer. Now they will give you more like a DevOps scenario kind of project for you to be doing, as if you're already working, but it's just scenario based, so you to be able to build projects, how it's going to be on real time. Yeah, Fogger, yeah, it's one of them, yeah. Okay, but Forgage don't really have much like that, but you can try. Okay, this is the name, anyone that wants to try. Okay, yeah, so you can try. Okay, but that will be next week. Okay, their platform for internship, to be sincere with you, internship on LinkedIn, it's kind of difficult. Okay, so there's this other one I stumble upon where, let me see. There's this other one I stumble upon where, yeah, so let's see internships. So you can see internship, you're seeing only 12, and you have thousands of people here. So you can see internship for 2027, internship for this, internship on LinkedIn. It's really, really extremely difficult. So I don't advise that. Instead of that, go to the company sites. If you know you're targeting a company, let's say you're staying in Nigeria and you want to do an internship for MTN, go to their career job sites. Search there and look out for the internship. When is the internship starting? What is the required experience or required skills, and apply from there. That's what I advise. For internship, I don't advise internship for LinkedIn. I don't advise internship for LinkedIn. Okay. LinkedIn, you can search for entry level roles. Yes, you can do that. You can do that. Okay. So now, with that being said, now what the next thing I want to show you is your CV. Before you get the chance to showcase yourself and prove to them that I did a virtual computing boot camp on AWS. I know what I'm doing. I can solve the problem for you and all of that. Your CV is what gets you get them to call you in the first place. So if you're not getting jobs with your CV, it means you're not doing the right thing with your CV. So this is how I advise, and this has always got me. Trust me, if I look at my CV and I look at the job role, I know if I'm going to be called or not. You know why? Because I compare. Okay, now we looked at several job roles, and you can see, the requirements, like those key points of skills that they want. Okay, fine. You see, when a recruiter puts out just one interview for a role, you have a million people applying for that role. Do you think that CV is being analyzed by a recruiter, a human? No, it's not possible. thousands of roles by a human. There's a machine that they use to filter who is qualified and who is not. And it's called the ATS. So what they do with the ATS is this. The ATS is a software that helps sieve out those that are 100% qualified one side, 0% qualified one side, 70% qualified one side. So, and how does this software work? The software works like this. A solution, a recruiter or a company or a manager have reached out to the recruiter and say, we are looking for a solution architect, for instance. And this is what we need from the person. This is what we need. This is what the person must have. And this is a little bit not compulsory, but if they have it, it's okay, and all of that. Now, this recruiter will take that and go to their software, recruiting software, and put the required demands for that role. Now, and publish it. Those are the keywords that you see there. Those bullet points. Those on where you see what we want. Those words there. Now, if you're applying for this role and your resume doesn't have those keywords, sorry, your resume is going to be pushed somewhere by this ATS machine or whatever is being used to analyze it. Not because you're not qualified, because the machine thinks you're not up to the standard requirements for that role. So before you and I get an opportunity, our CV needs to get that opportunity first. So you need to spend time on your CV when applying for a role. Go to the job description like this. Let's say we want to apply for this software engineering internship role. Okay, so first of all, I advise read through this role. What do they want? What is the company about? What are they doing? After you're done, then you ask yourself, the skills listed, is it something that I have? Is it something I can defend? Is it something I can do if I'm recruited today? If yes, then this job is for you. You can go ahead and apply. Now, how do you do this? You see where they say what you would own. You see where they say what you would be doing. Different recruiters use different words, but look out for this, always this headings. This one said preferred experience. Now, your CV needs to have this keywords. Not all of them, but the major keywords. If possible, all of them, because obviously your CV is more like a page or two. Now, you are going to take the ones that you have, tweak them to fit with your current role. So let's say now, let's use Ruth for instance. Let's say Ruth have an admin skills and she wants to apply for a cloud admin role. So she is going to take her admin skills that she already have now. What is she doing? She's managing people, or she's managing project, or she's managing organization, whatever managerial duty she's doing. She's not going to toss that away. No, she's going to take that and take her cloud foundation skill that she has gotten. What did you do in your cloud foundation skill? I did this and I did that and I did that. And you put them together to form a whole. And then those are going to cover up for all of these bullet points here. Okay, now, for instance, if the bullet point is saying strong administrative skills, your CV should say, I did this administrative skill. Or your CV could say, I have strong administrative skill in this. The role should, the keyword should be there. Do we understand? The keyword should be there. Do we all understand? Setting up with this, no, it's better than driving in deeper after a Google is what you. Do you all understand what I'm saying? So please, and the reason is because so you don't waste your time applying for jobs that at the end of the day, I hear people say, I put 100 CVs and I don't get a call back. I feel bad for them. You know why? Because it takes a whole lot of energy, mental concentration for you to do CV and apply for jobs, and you're not getting a call back. And the reason is because your CV is not even reaching the recruiter to start with. Now, let me give you another hack on how, when I'm searching for a job, I don't really set that much intent. Not because I don't need it, but because instead of going on LinkedIn and I'm searching roles, you see how we're searching roles and you have to tailor and ensure that you're putting the right keywords. Trust me, you and I were not even putting enough keywords for what recruiters really look out for. But what I do is this: if I know I want to apply for administrator cloud role, or I am a solution architect currently, and I know I want to apply for a solution architect role in a different field, I would do projects. When I mean project, this project is not what's it called? Hello World, or I built a check-in book or what. No. When I mean real world project that solves a problem for that organizations. I build this project and I post them on LinkedIn. Guess what? Instead of me now going to look for recruiters will be the one to look for me. You see them flooding into my DM. Hi, Emma. How are you? Are you open for a job application? Can we have a call? I have this role. I want to see if you're a good fit. Now it has eased me the stress, because I see going to LinkedIn to search for a job is really stress. Trust me. It has eased me the stress of going there and looking for, typing in and looking for job roles. And trust me, majority of the job roles, the title that I know today, I knew them from recruiters. I'm not joking. The first time a recruiter reached out to me and said, you are, and said, you are a strong match for a solution engineer role. I was like, what is a solution engineer? I am a solution architect. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that name before. Then she was like, yeah, we have a job. It's called a solution engineer. That is how I got to know a role like a solution engineer actually exists. I didn't know. I only know my role as a solution architect. So you see, I can't show you my messages on LinkedIn, but before God and man, in a week, if I don't get a call, or sorry, if I don't get a message on LinkedIn from a recruiter, I get 2 every week. It starts with, hi Emma, how are you doing? Are you open for a new job role? I have this job role that I think you're going to be a good fit. Why? Because my LinkedIn, I've positioned myself to tell them, this is what I do. This is what I do. Okay, so try to position yourself. It eases the stress for you of searching. Rather, it's going to bring recruiters to you, and then now you two are going to meet at the middle, and you now go for the interview. If you pass, fine. Recruiters getting to you doesn't mean it's an automatic you've gotten the interview. No, but it gives you, saves you the stress. You know, I've gone for an interview before where that I have gotten to stage 3 without submitting my CV. Joker part. I've gotten to stage 3 because here in UK, I don't know for any other role, but the solution architect role, you can go for up to sometimes 7 interview stages. I've gotten to stage 3 and I've never submitted my CV. It was later the HR reached out to me. Hi Emma, I forgot to take your CV. Just from LinkedIn, because I positioned myself. So please position yourself. Let your LinkedIn page scream. If you're a cloud architect, let it scream, I am a solution architect. This is what I do for a living. If you're a DevOps engineer, let it scream, I am a DevOps engineer. This is what I do. These are the projects I have done. Okay, if you're an IT person, let it just tell, this is who I am. I don't want you to finish this boot camp and I'm seeing you taking posts from different people and just posting and just looking for comments and looking to grow page without selling yourself. No, I use my LinkedIn platform, like I think it was Achoke that said, it's like my CV is even more of a CV to me than a paper CV. I'm not joking. That is why you can't see me post any kind of nonsense there. I can't. And trust me, that platform has gotten me a lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities. Without being jokes. Okay. So let me take questions. Any questions? Any questions before we move forward? Any questions before we move forward? So for you, I would advise is this, since you've done your boot camp, don't be scared. I started like this. See, funny enough, I've been in the IT space for years. I wasn't posting. No jokes. I wasn't posting. I just started posting recently. And if you want funny thing about me, I'm someone that I can dissect, I can take a project and I'll break it down into bits, pieces that even a non-technical person will understand. Because that is how I solve a problem. I go deep to understand. If this breaks, what happens? Do we have a plan B? Why are we using this? Why is this here? This is what I've been doing for years, but I've never been posting. But just by me posting on my LinkedIn, I know the amount of opportunities I've gotten. So don't try to say you're starting. I started from somewhere. So what you should do is project. Certifications can, how I see certification is they test your knowledge. And when you see a recruiter put out a certification out there and say, we need the certification, a recruiter can overlook their demand for certification if you have the right projects that you've done. If you have the right projects that you've done, a recruiter, a company can overlook the fact that they request a particular certification and you don't have it. Okay. I don't know what you guys are saying in this comment section. I'm just seeing certificates and I'm smiling. I see a lot of projects on YouTube. Is it safe to, okay, Overking says, I see a lot of projects on YouTube. Is it safe to do those kind of projects? Okay, so let me tell you the truth. Me, I don't do project that everyone does. Because if you do project that everybody is doing, it's like copy and paste. And secondly, I advise to do projects that solves real time, real industry problem. You know why? Doing projects on its own is not easy. So if I'm putting the work, why won't I gain something out of it? If I want to teach someone, I won't just, especially to code. Let me say I want to teach you how to code. I would just teach you how to code and tell you to bring hello world. What is that? I see a lot of people teaching people how to build the project, and they're telling you build um hello world or what is that? That is nothing. Anyone can build hello world. Let it solve a real project. So now let me give you, I want to give you a hack on how to get how to actually get real world projects to work on. Okay, this is my hack. This is what I do. So if I want to work on a project and let's say I'm targeting a particular sector or role, what I do is you go to, I don't think I have account with them. You can go to Upwork. Okay, I don't know if any of you have Upwork here. You can go to Upwork. There you are going to see um companies putting out what they want that person to do, the job description. You can see a solution architect role, and you're going to write what they want you to do. We want the solution architect to do this, to do this, to do this. Take that job problem. Now you've gotten a problem to solve. Now you're going to take that, paste it into your notepad or whatever you use to document your write-ups. Then now you analyze that problem. First of all, what is the problem the company is facing? How can I solve it? With what tool? After you've analyzed all of this, then you go into action. You've identified the tool you need. Are they free tools? As you're doing project right now, I advise you to use free tools. Once I don't know I don't know how the new AWS free tier account is. It's all I don't know how the credit is all about. But for me, when I learned, it was 300 USD, and I couldn't even finish the 300 USD. But for you now, I don't know if you still have credit, but if you don't, there are things called open source tools. You can use them for free. You don't need to pay for them. You can even build this project and you launch them on GitHub for free. You don't need to pay for it. My CV is on my GitHub today. I didn't pay for it. Anyone that goes to my GitHub, you're going to see my CV over there, and you click on it. That CV has been there for years without me paying for it. But assuming I was launching it on AWS, I would have paid for it, isn't it? So get a reward project. And also you can do that here on LinkedIn. Let me show you how I do that here on LinkedIn. So first of all, you can do that on Upwork. Now you can do that on LinkedIn. So I'm a solution architect. So let me use what I think I'm going to be easy for me to articulate first. Okay, so now I said I want to do, let me say I want to do a problem. I want to solve an industry problem. Okay, and I don't know where to start. So let's click this one and see. So you could come here. What is the organization? This opportunity to register the yada. I don't have time to read all of this. So so what do they need? This is, you can see what it says here. What you would do in the company. So what they want their solution architect to do: design an enterprise solution that aligns with client business needs. Number one, I've gotten a problem to solve there. Translate complex business needs into scalable, secure, and cost-effective technical architecture. 2, collaborate with engineers, yada. 3, evaluate and recommending technical changes and architecture platform. All of these I have gotten. What I would do then, I'll take this, copy it. Once I copy it, I take to my notepad and I stumble upon it first. And before I move on, you can see the skills here. It says AWS Solution Architect, Professional, whatever. It means this company, their platform is found on AWS. Okay, but that is not an important. What I want to do is I want to solve the problem of what they want their solution architect to be doing. I will copy it. Then I will take it, put where I normally save my details or save my write-ups. Then I will go through this problem over and over again, understand what is required. Okay, then I will copy the same problem, take it to ChatGPT, take it to Gemini or Claude, anywhere. Tell them, make out a problem. Give me a business challenge from this, a business problem from this to solve, using this tool, using that tool, using this. Is going to give you a real industry problem. Then now you're going to take that industry problem. Before you start to build anything, you have to understand what you're building. Once you take that, you understand what you're building, then you go for the right tools and start building. and you start building. Once you're done building, you take it to LinkedIn. Take it to LinkedIn like this. Let me show you. I don't think I still, let me see if I still have. Let me see if I still have. There are times, I was the first person that broke down DevOps step by step how to go into DevOps. Nobody ever did it on LinkedIn. That thing got me noticed on LinkedIn. I noticed a lot of people are into DevOps. They will never post what is required. No jokes. They are never going to tell you what is required, what is this and what is that. They are just telling you you need to break it down for people to understand. I started doing this. This is a real industry problem. I started doing this. I started breaking it down for people to understand what is required for them. No jokes. I started breaking it down. This is an architecture I drew for a company, but I always don't mention the name of the company because it's not professional to do. You can just do the architecture, post it, post the step by step over here. Post the step by step over here. And there are other ones where, let me see. This is Kubernetes. Everybody's talking about Kubernetes. Nobody ever broke it down. I did it. I did a step-by-step guide, how Kubernetes works, what it does, and all of that. I broke all of this down. Unlike today, where you see LinkedIn, a lot of people were just posting random things. I'm like, no, this platform is to teach. I'm trying to look for, there's this one where I don't think I can find it. Okay, this one is also a DevOps architecture I did. So now, for me as a solution architect, I'm always designing architectures. Okay, so, but that doesn't mean you will have to design architectures. So you do a problem that aligns with the area you're looking at. Me as a solution architect, my job is always thinking about what is the business problem and how to connect it. So then almost every time I'm always designing architectures. So designing architectures is how I show my skills and I show to people that I know how to solve a real world problem. But for you, Ajoke, which is DevOps, it will be building CI/CD pipelines, okay, and drawing a little bit of architecture like this. For I don't know who else, for the person of SOC, it will be based on your role as well. So just do something that shows your skills based on your role. Okay? Any question? Can I do what? What pop-up platform? Um, thank you so much, Ruth. Thank you so much. Oba King, what platform? I don't know. Sorry, I don't understand this question. Can you please help me to understand? So please, I don't want you guys to leave this boot camp and toss all the knowledge aside. Okay. You've really put in the work to come this far. Let it work for you. And trust me, once you successfully get your foot in the door, every other thing follows. Now you know how the tech industry is all about, you know what to do and all of that. Okay. So please, I'm pasting the attendance on the comment section. Please feel free to fulfill the attendance. Okay. Thank you so much, Ruti. I'm so proud to have you too as my student. I'm so proud of all of you. Trust me. And please, after the boot camp, for those that have connected with me on LinkedIn, if you feel you need clarification on maybe for a job or for project or whatever it is, just slide into my DM and ask me, okay? And I would provide time to answer. Did you import the after? Yes. So what I do is, Ajoke, this is what I do, okay? There are other platforms to design your architecture. There is I think it's Luci Chat or so Lucia Chat, something like that. Okay. There are different other ones. I prefer to use Draw.io, but now it's a different name. But if you put in Draw.io, it still pops up. Okay. And once I finish drawing it, there are two ways to import it. You can import the architecture directly from Draw.io, or you can take it to Canva and import it from Canva. It's up to you. It depends on what you want. So I use the both of them. It depends on my mood, or it depends on how I want the architecture to look. Okay. But I draw my architecture using Draw.io. Hope this answers your question. And how did you get to design the architecture using? I showed this yesterday. So I used a tool called Draw.io. Okay. Draw.io has the icons, the architecture. Okay. You can go and use it from there. Okay, no, it's not okay. I'm going to write it for you, Oba King. It is called Upwork. So this is the name of the platform, Upwork. Let me see if we can. Let me see. Work. Okay, so I've not logged into this platform for like 100 years. So I think I have even forgotten. I think I've forgotten my login details. But this is the name of the platform. Okay. I think I've forgotten my login details. I've not logged in like 100 years. Okay, so you go to this platform. It's a freelancer platform. When you go there, you can create accounts. So now this platform, the company like they detail write what they want you to do. They tell you, for instance, if it's a solution architect, they tell you, yes, yeah, okay, yes. So that's the platform of backing. So if it's a solution architect, they tell you, we want a solution architect to design this, to design that. Unlike LinkedIn, where it is the role and what you're going to be doing in the future, but this one tells you what they want you to do. So I think it's a very good place for you to get more like a real world problem to solve. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? So, did you all find today's class interesting? Did you get anything out of it? Please don't forget to fill the attendance. And if you're done filling the attendance, please tell me done. Okay, it's good. So we've done building your career path. We've done LinkedIn optimization. Now project timeline. Now, project timeline, okay? So please, we decided on the project final submission timeline yesterday. I beg of you, don't miss it. Don't miss it, because the boot camp is coming to an end next week. And if you miss it, there is no time for you to get your certificate. Okay, so please do not miss it. Do not miss it. I asked those that didn't have that doesn't have GitHub account to open yesterday. Did you all open your GitHub account yesterday? Oba King, do you have a GitHub account yesterday? Do you have a GitHub account? Because I know you were not here yesterday. Do you have a GitHub account? If no, I asked everybody that doesn't have to open yesterday, because your assessment will be submitted there. Okay, so for all those that were not here yesterday, try to open your GitHub account if you don't have them. So for the presentation also, early stage of this, the deadline is 12 a.m. of 27, not 12 p.m. a.m. 12 a.m. of 27, which means early hours, midnight even. God. Ajoke. Ajoke. Thank you, Ajoke. So, which means early as now, Ajoke is making me not to even blink my eyes. Which means early as of 27. Okay, because initially I promised the team to submit the names and all those that did well on 26, but yesterday a lot of concerns were raised regarding the closeness. Okay, so I gave a grace for early hours of 27. So please, 27 it is 12 a.m. and not 12 p.m. Okay, so any other question? Okay, so Oba King, if you have it, then you're good to go, because that is where you'll be submitting your assessment. And someone asked me yesterday for the presentation of what I request, what do I request of you? For those that were here early, I did explain what I request of you for your assessment presentation. You can go back to the video later and watch, okay? I think the early stage of the video, you're going to see what I request of you for your assessment presentation. So if you need that information, go back to watch the video. Okay, so any other question? So while I'm waiting for all your questions, next week, what I will be doing is, I think it was Ajoke that posted some of the, okay, thank you, Sehat. So Woods have created hers. Thank you. Was it very easy to create? Woods, how did you find it? Was it very easy? And if to next week class, after you submitted your assessment, if you want, I will show you how I deployed my CV on my GitHub. So my CV is on my GitHub. Okay, so once you go to my GitHub right now, let me show you. Once you go to my GitHub right now, this is my GitHub, and my CV is on my GitHub. If you want to do the same, I can show you that. So once you go to my page and you click on, you're going to see my LinkedIn is here. This is my CV. Okay, my CV is here, the project I have done, education and skills. If you want to do the same thing for yours, I can show you how to do that next week. Also, my LinkedIn is here, so I attached my LinkedIn here. If you want to do this for your own page, I can show you that next week. Okay, just drop that in the comment section so I know that is what I will be adding next week to what I'll be teaching you. Okay, so this is my week's page. I barely use this. Okay, So if you want to do same for yours, then let me know. Yeah, so it's very easy. You can't see it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Derry. I thought I was showing. Okay, so this is it. Okay. So now when you go to my page, you're going to click. I have my CV, I have my LinkedIn, and I have my web page on it. Okay, so like more like if you want, I have my linked on it. So once you click on it, it's going to take you. This is going to take me back to my LinkedIn page. Oh, sorry, Derry. Can't. So this is one. Then also it is connected to my LinkedIn. So most times recruiter comes here and it connects straight to my LinkedIn. And also it's connected to my CV. Where is it? And my CV is hosted on GitHub. So if you want something like this for yours, I can show you next week. Okay, so my about page, my experience, my project, education, skills, contact information. Okay, so if you want same as this, I'm going to show you next week. Okay, if they click here, they could download the CV and all of that. Okay, so if you want that, just let me know in the comment section and I'll add that to it. Can you see my screen now? All I did you guys say it? All I did now, did you guys get to see it? Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, thank you guys. So now, okay, so I'm going to add it to what I'm going to teach you next week. Okay, so I will add it to what I'm going to teach you next week. So next week, what we'll be covering next week, remember that you're submitting your assessment next week, okay? So next week, what I'll be covering is you're submitting your assessment next week. So by next week coming to class, I should have been able to all mark your assessment and we're going to know the grades and all of that. Then I'm going to teach you. Oba King said I should add this, so I'm going to teach you how to add your CVs and your LinkedIn to your page. If you guys can actually go ahead to optimize your LinkedIn page before next week, I would really appreciate it. Okay, I want to see 1 or 2 LinkedIn page that is optimized to a professional standard based on your career path. Okay, then and next week Ajoke pasted, I think, about 2 volunteering platforms. I would also bring about few of them. And the essence of this is because I want you to have a place where you can do projects so you get to learn more. What I've taught you is the foundation. You have to go deep if you really want to stand out. Okay, so that is what we'll be doing next week. Okay, so any other thing that you would like to see before the boot camps come to an end, put that in the comment section. Is there any other thing you would like for me to show you that I am skipping? Like someone reminded me of this LinkedIn yesterday and I totally forgot. So is there anything you want me to show you before wrapping up the project for tomorrow? I will remind you next week. Please show us. So Ajake, what am I showing you? Is it the CV? Is it the CV? So why Ajoke is answering? Is there any other thing anybody wants to know? So Oba King wants to see how I uploaded my CV on GitHub. I'm going to show that tomorrow, how I hosted it on GitHub. And hosting on GitHub, you can do it for free. You can stay there for years. My CV has been there for years. Years. Okay. So any other thing? Is there any other question or any other request before we call it a day? Is there any other request before we call it again? You're welcome, Ajoke. So did you all enjoy the class? And one last thing I forgot. One last thing. So I think that was going to be high. I wanted to know which AWS service do I use for my data analysis. Okay, so all of the services are there. All of the services are in your project. Okay. So I there is one I just added. It is called Amazon Q. So I want you to use Amazon Q for querying. Sorry, for visualization. Okay, so I want you to use Amazon Q for visualization. You're welcome, love. Where have you been, Favor? Did you just come into class now? I didn't get to see you in class, and I've been looking for you. So, one last thing before we leave, I just remembered. So on the last day of the boot camp, which is going to be when certifications and all. Okay, Derry. Okay, okay. And I've been looking for you. Okay, so on the last day of the boot camp, I do want all of you to please write a detailed feedback on the boot camp. Why I'm telling you right now, I don't want a short feedback of this happened, a detailed feedback. So you take your time and write, did I if you actually knew cloud computing before now, if no, what you've learned on the boot camp, how the boot camp have helped you, how my teaching has helped you, and all of that. And this I want to use, and more like I'm going to put them properly in a content form and put them on LinkedIn. Okay, so if you want me to tag you on LinkedIn, why I'm putting them, why I'm putting up the post, so you're going to drop your LinkedIn handle. Okay, so I need this by tomorrow. Okay, I need this by next week, sorry. So please put this next week. So if you want me to tag you on your LinkedIn while putting up the post, then I'm going to tag you. So but I need this write up by next week. Okay, is it okay by all of us? Is it okay? You're welcome. Okay, everybody. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for today. As always, it was nice having you all, and I'm so happy you enjoyed the class. Okay, so see you all next week. Okay, and good luck with your final project. But can you have all those? Yes. Okay, so you all should drop it on Slack then. Woods, what do you think? So you all should drop it on. Do you want to drop the feedback on Slack? It's okay by me. If you want to drop it on Slack, yes. Okay, you can drop the feedback on Slack. Then I'm going to copy it there. I want to do the contents. Okay, drop it on Slack. Drop it on Slack. I'm going to put up the message now on Slack also. So drop your feedback on Slack. I will do the content, post them on LinkedIn, tag you, put your LinkedIn page, tag you, and I will show you the post next week. What do you think? What do you all think? So if this is okay, yes, the message, yes, I know you're talking about the message. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying. So the messages, you all should put it on Slack. Yes, is the message I'm talking about, Ruth? I hope we're talking about the same thing. A Google form. Okay. So I'm going to drop a Google form tomorrow then. Yes, I think Google form is better. Yes. No, I don't want Google form. I want it to be on your own write-up. I want to just copy the same way your write-up is and just paste it there. I was thinking Google Form. No, I don't want Google Form. I don't want Google Form. I want to do it in the content manner. I just want to copy your write-up just the way it is and put it there. I don't want Google Form. No. Favor, no, I don't want Google Form. I want your write-up with your LinkedIn. If you want me to tag you on LinkedIn and show your LinkedIn pages, just add your LinkedIn pages. Yes, that is what I'm saying. Yes. So you all should drop the message on Slack. Yes, I think it's better. So we should all drop the message and the feedback on Slack. Okay. So I can just, yes, it will save stress. That's true, Adako. It will save stress, yes. So drop the feedback on Slack. I will copy it. I will do the content and post it before next section. So I will show you all. So if you want me to tag you on LinkedIn and say this is what you've learned and this is the project you've done, I will do that. Okay. Okay, so I can easily just copy. I want to copy the way you said it. I don't want LinkedIn. I don't want Google Form. Okay. So thank you, everyone. And as always, it was nice being your instructor. Okay. So look forward to seeing you all next week. And I'm going to drop a message for the feedback for the camp. Okay. Adako, it is so nice having you to stay till this time. Adako, it's so nice having to get you to stay till this time. And Ruti, thank you. I'm so proud of all of you. Okay. Oba King, Chioma, Choma, Favor 1, Favor 2, Williams, Ajoke, all of you, Rosalind, everyone. I'm so proud of all of you, okay? Thank you so much. And do have a nice day, y'all. Bye.